Greetings, everyone. This is Mike Wright, the Astro Sherpa, dropping in with the spatial report. Oh boy. Focus your mind. Take a deep breath. We are at a crossing point where we can make our way through the waters. And I'm going to take you on a multi-dimensional journey. Oh my gosh. So forget about your outer world cares and focus your attention on what I'm getting ready to show you. This is an extraordinary moment in your entire life. No joke. So we're going to talk about a few words and then I'm going to show you a few signs. I'm going to show you 2-dimension and then I'm going to show you a vortex from the earth plane into space and heaven. Yeah, we're going to go dimensional hopping. So clear your mind and focus and feel the vibrations and resonate with it. So what we're looking at on this right in front of you is the moon and Saturn will be meeting up right there in Pisces with Neptune right in the mid-heaven. So Cancer, this is the moon's home, the emotional waters. Neptune and Pisces, the heavenly waters. Moon and Saturn, this is in Pisces, spiritual story. So the South Node left Scorpio, which is our transformation, transmutation of this energy. So I'm going to show you the Moon and Saturn on paper. So we're going to discuss these images and show you in real time. But first, let's talk about fads. Yeah, never let a good fad go to waste. So this is a time for you to wake up. Pink is relationships. Do you relate? Can you get out of your house or are you scared to death? So the moon card shows 2 pillars here. So these pillars are what keeps us in bounds. So the left and right pillars, one is mercy, the other is severity. So dark and light. So our journey is to leave the animal impulses and follow the path. There's a path right up the center. So we're going to show you the path. We're at a crossing point in the river. The whole cosmic sea. Forget the river. So this card, the moon, is meeting up with Saturn. Right here. Guess who Saturn is? Father Time. This is our animal impulses tied in the 3D cube. We, as humans, were chained to this cube when we fell into form. So we're here to escape form. Yeah, no joke. This is our time to leave and understand the power you have by controlling your spiritual self. So the spirit energy is what enlivens you. Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, is big spirit. Saturn is what contains Jupiter, structures Jupiter. If you eat too much, Jupiterian, when Jupiter's in a water sign like Pisces or Cancer, Scorpio, this is when the body's water swells up. So right now Jupiter's in Taurus. So your sensual nature is expanding immensely. So our understanding through symbolism, which different belief structures have scared the shit out of you. You know, this horned devil beast thing represents the devil, or horned, you know, going to hell and all this stuff. That was symbolism. This shows you, this is your ego, your little mind, keeping you on one pillar, the severity pillar. So this is Mars, war, destruction. You know, Venus, love, destroys us too. So it's mastering and keeping the masculine and feminine energies in balance. So we do that with divinity. What is divinity? So the word holy means in touch with the divine. So the moon, when it's mastered and married to Saturn, Saturn and the moon reflect off each other, and we're going to show you in reality. That's what's special. So Saturn, Father Time, is our memories stored in the battery, lead. So old things, you know, old memories are pulled up by the emotional waves of these moon cycles. So each moon cycle takes on the phase or nature of the sign it's in, or where we see the ecliptic across the sky. So that's this heavenly sphere. Sphere means, like Earth, a globe. So we're a globe in a globe. And this is all spelled out in all the holy books. Biblios simply means book. So the Holy Bible is just a collection, not just, is a collection of many divine, somebody got an idea, their imagination, and brought it into the earth plane. And it was important enough for people to understand what that meant. So they put it in symbolism. So all these drawings and cards are just psychological understandings that have immense depth. There's many dimensions to these images. So you have to look, you know, beyond just the devil. Oh my God, the devil, he's going to hell. He must be anti-Christian or anti-Muslim or anti-religion or, the answer is no. These are the beliefs we're contained in. So every culture has a belief structure, a primary belief structure, and then many subtones or undertones of that culture. And that's what shaped them. That's their pearl of wisdom. So the circle we look at, you see the moon, it's a circle, but it's constantly changing its dynamic and shape. And that's a reflection in relationship to the sun. So the sun, Leo, which is, we're getting energized right now, illuminated. The whole collective unconscious right now is going through a massive awakening in energy presence, different dimensions. We are escaping out of the 3D cube as our primary tool of recognition, which is the left brain linear logic mind. So tapping into the unseen forces is the feminine's power, the feminine nature, the mother, the moon. But Saturn is the mother of our universe. Mother. But the moon is the heavenly man, meaning our totality of person, the image made of God, we are made in that image, is both man and woman combined. That's our birthright. So these other beings or whatever, they're not whole. They're only one half, dark or light. So our birthright is the unification of dark and light. So light always wins this battle, right here, always. So quit worrying. This is a pilgrimage you're on to awaken to you, your heart. Pink is about relationships. So we're leaving, the South Node is coming into Libra, which is the fall season. So we have to look at, unfortunately and fortunately, relationships that no longer serve our higher self. So what does that mean? If I'm stuck in patterns, consuming over and over toxic things, toxic people, toxic situations, then my spirit stays down, descending into a trap. So this is the natural things we're all fighting and trying to, understand. That's the awakening out of the darkness. So we have to go into the dark, and we're going into the dark. You guys are brave because we have pink. So Holly Weird teaches us never let a good fad go by. Never. So this is the momentum of energy to break out of the resistance phase. So resistance is where the moon comes in. So those stuck in their animal path, they resist starting and walking through these pillars. Those pillars are the leap of faith you have to make between the left brain and the right brain. So the creative, subjective mind and the linear logic mind. So the little ego mind is controlled by these animal impulses that come and go. These are our old patterns and wounds. That's what keeps us chained to reality. The old generational curses are the memories of our father and mother. But we're free. We're a unique person separated from these two beings, Adam and Eve. So when they took a bite of the fruit, the apple, you all have apple everywhere. That apple was the knowledge of good and evil, the pillars. So this divine feminine nature is protecting the ultimate understanding, which is behind that curtain is nothing. A whole lot of nothing. But in nothingness resides ultimate unbridled power, total understanding, total everything, omnipotent presence. But the underworld is the pomegranates that are on that curtain. So if you eat the seeds of the pomegranate fruit, you will reside in the darkness, the dark world. But there's a lot of lessons to learn in the darkness. So we're seeing, I'm going to show you all the merging right here. The high priestess, Isis, the divine holy mother in the Trinity. So the old churches, all belief systems merged the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the feminine, energetic, eternal presence. This is natural law. So don't be scared. You're kept scared and in the dark by being afraid of symbols, but there's so many levels in here. It's not just what a book tells you, it's how you connect different realms to different things. This is your inner child wanting to come out and play. Leo is your inner child, what you really, really love doing. If you love doing it, that will energize you and always give you perpetual motion to be wherever you want to be. Any universe. So, let's go out in the garden and show you this crossing on your journey. This is the Tirtha. Okay? But first, we're going to show you and talk about a little Saturnian 3D reality. So this is a trump card. Really interesting that a person with that name is being persecuted, condemned, witch hunted, whatever he's saying or they're saying. It doesn't matter. So don't get your blood boiling. But the interesting part is his uncle, John Trump, was an MIT engineer who had ties to Nikola Tesla. Oh, ooh, big reveal. Nikola Tesla, if you guys are really tuning into how energy works and flows, understood the dimensions of 3, 6, and 9, making the pyramid. That was a vortex energy of fire or water. Okay? The planet and the moon I'm getting ready to show you is the combination of fire and water. The Merkaba, the chariot, how Enoch ascended to heaven, straight to heaven in a wall of fire. These are all stories of how we ascend our understanding of our highest divine self, that we can be in 3D reality. So the darkness wants you chained to your fear. It's the stumbling block, the cube that keeps you trapped. So right now, I'm going to show you the combination of these two, a conjunction, a renewal, and this is where the waters part so you can see what is real. Are you ready? Come on, let's do this. So what I'm showing you is the moon conjunct Saturn in Pisces. This is a spiritual journey, folks. Pluto is the underworld, the pomegranates. This is what we would look at from right here, that line all the way down to there. So the 6th house is the traditional house of Virgo. That is the Vestal Virgins, the pure feminine. These were women kept sacred, holy. So there's the moon. Let's get situated. And what's wild is the moon and sun in our atmospheric conditions have been super wild. Crazy, crazy wild. So folks, there is the moon. And let's see if we can pick up Saturn. Let me get here and we can zoom in. So that moon is starting to diminish. Saturn, it's a little, this Canadian wildfire haze or whatever they're calling it is blocking out Saturn. But it'll be right about where that little green flashing energy is. So, this is the time for you to quit worrying. If you're waking up at crazy hours, there's a reason. This is to break out of your loops and patterns. Your hormone responses are what keep you in patterns. So the thyroid, these things are energized by these energies. Now that sounded like a Kamala Harris explanation. Energy is energized by, energy. The sun. Well, what about the moon? What makes that move? It doesn't have the sun. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, back to reality. People tune in, tune up, participate in the grand awakening. What does that mean? Ask yourself, what does that mean? This is the crossing you're at. you gonna buy the lies of the dark projection? Oh, by the way, Neptune would be about right there in Pisces, at the end of Pisces. So we're looking at a Saturn Moon conjunction with Neptune way